get to go to our rebranded segment. We get to talk about our favorite betting lines thanks to our great partner and sponsor, MyBookie. Be sure to sign up at mybookie.ag and use our promo code BENCH to automatically double your first deposit. All caps, BENCH, all caps. All right. What's in my book? What do you got here?
I got some good ones. Like I said, I say my ride the slope. I'm gonna have a theme every week. I had NFL for you last week. I lost so bad. I think I lost all 3 legs of it too, which made it even worse. But I won some money on my what's in my book though, because I hit on every single one of those. So I have Antonio or Antonia Savchenko, which is Valentina's sister, fighting this weekend on the UFC card. She's at plus 185 right now to beat Casey O'Neill. I'm hammering that. Your sister comes off this big win. I'm taking you too.
Well, obviously she has a damn good training partner.
Yeah, so I'm taking you two to win. I think she lost her last fight. That's why she's the underdog. But I'm taking you two because you're name.
Well, I can see that. Did you see the meme going around? It's like Valentina Shevchenko just kicked a girl's head off her shoulders, and it's the guy doing her little dance for celebration. I was laughing my ass off when I saw that. All right, my first one. Hockey season is back. I didn't really like much of what I saw for NFL or college football, so I figured let's put out a future there. MyBookie has Carolina to miss the playoffs at plus 160.
So, you gotta remind me, what division are they?
The Central.
Which is?
They're with...
Because the fucking division shit messes me up every single... Because they do stupid stuff every single year.
It's true. They're in Nashville. They're in there with... I think they might be... They're in there with Tampa. Tampa's in that division normally. But I said I like this one because they got rid of Nedeljkovic, which was their stud goaltender from last year. The Carolina Hurricanes are in the Metropolitan, so they have the Islanders, the Capitals, the Flyers, the Devils, the Penguins, and the Rangers.
That division is a lot better than what it was.
Well, it's a lot better than because they were in the Central with Nashville and Tampa and all those teams, and we saw what happened. Now they won Twitter because they beat the shit out of Nashville in Twitter. Remember, never forget that Creed performed at second intermission.
Taylor Lewan drink a beer off of Catfish.
Yeah, they probably won't even invite Taylor Lewan back this season. But I like Carolina. I think Carolina is not going to be as good. I like Washington, what they did, Islanders, and the Rangers also. The Rangers are putting together something.
Yeah, Rangers may be a little bit sleeper there too. Who knows though? But that division, I still may take them to make the playoffs because, like I said, it's still 8 teams in the playoffs.
I just don't know who they're going to have in net now.
That's true.
And they got rid of another. It's like their defenseman, one of their really good defensemen. They're like, we don't need him. We're good.
That's right. Yeah,
so I like the Canes to miss the playoffs plus 160.
My second one I have, I'm going to NFL for these last two. My first one for the NFL, like we said it earlier, I forgot to put this down. Tennessee minus 7.5 is at minus 115. I don't know why you would not take this. I don't understand why it's even a conversation. I don't know. I'm surprised this is not minus 14.5. Legit, the Jets are that bad. And Derek, the only reason why I think this wouldn't happen would be that the Titans just run the ball so much that there's not enough time to put up more points. This Jets team is that bad, and I'm taking 7.5 all fucking day.
Yeah, that's a good lock. My next one, I got the Panthers money line at plus 175. If you think that the Panthers are going to win, I did it last week with Notre Dame. I said I was just going to bet the spread. I ended up doing spread and money line. So I got a little parlay going myself. But I like, if you think the Panthers have a shot to win this weekend like I do, it makes it a little bit more interesting when you put money on it. Plus 175 is a good return.
That's not bad. My last one, Bucks minus 6.5 over the Pats. Like I said, Bucks. I think Tom Brady is going to have something to prove. I don't think he doesn't necessarily have something to prove, but he wants to do it, and I think that's a lock at minus 115. I think Tom Brady just comes in and rolls because if the Pats play like they did last week, this is going to be over by the first half.
It's not going to be a close game. My last one, I said Cardinals plus 6 on their spread. I don't think that they're going to win, but I do think there's a chance we get a Kyler Murray versus Matt Stafford shootout.
I think there's a very good chance.
So I don't necessarily think that they're going to win by more than a touchdown. My buddy in Arizona said, no, they're going to win by 10 points at least. I was like, the Cardinals play to whoever they're playing. So they're playing a really good team, they score a lot. When they're playing a really bad team, they look like absolute dog shit.
That's true. You never really know. But now we have Ride the Slope. We lost last week very, very badly, Jimmy. How bad was it? We lost all 3 legs. So we didn't even go down. We were skidding down the mountain very, very bad this week. I'm going to give you a college football parlay that is one to hit. I guarantee it this week. I guarantee it. Give me the Charles Barkley. I guarantee it. So we're going here. First one, easy. Easiest money you'll win all week. Iowa, -4? -4 against Maryland at -115. That's the first leg. That's a lock. That's guaranteed. I'm putting a guarantee stamp on that. What do you think, Jim?
You don't have any faith in Talia Tagovailoa?
Hell no. I'm taking Iowa the whole way there. Second leg, we have medium leg. Notre Dame +2.5 over Cincy. I'm taking the Fighting Irish. I think that is it. Jake Coker is the dude, or
Jack Cohn.
Wow, I have
Jake Coker is out.
Wow, that was way off. Jack Cohn is
and
that
also
dude?
shout out their backup Drew Pine, the 5'9" king.
Oh yeah, that is absolutely no. I don't even know Jack Cohn, Jake Coker, who was 5'9" king, whoever Niners is. I'm taking Notre Dame +2.5. That's the second leg, medium difficulty, only -110. Parlay those two together. I don't know what the odds are because I didn't write those down. But here we go. Last league, I have Ole Miss to cover +14.5. This is the hard one. I think Alabama is that good, but I think Ole Miss can make this halfway of the game.
This is as good as Ole Miss has been.
+14.5 is a favorable odds because this is very similar to the Florida one too. Florida made it interesting at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Backdoor cover. This is where where Ole Miss can get you. Alabama, they're not known to cover those spreads. They really are, unless you're playing a national championship game. Unless a trash team like Ohio State. Yes, I called you trash. Trash team like Ohio State, they don't cover those big spreads that often. So I'm taking Iowa -4 against Maryland. Notre Dame +2.5 over Cincy, and Ole Miss to cover +14.5, -115. Altogether, +587. $10 wins you like 58.70 cents. I think. I'm not positive. I'm not a math major, but you know what? That's what I'm guaranteeing this slope because the first one was that bad. This one I am that much more confident in.
You're expecting a bounce back week.
This is the best one.
I was interested about the Notre Dame and Cincinnati. Honestly, I think that's too close for me to put any money on. I think I would rather just watch that game and enjoy how close it is. But if I was going to put that's the one that I'm intrigued by.
The confidence is where if Notre Dame wins, it's going to be more than 3 points.
Yeah.
2.5. That's where you look at. Well, Notre Dame kicked a field goal in the game. There's your cover.
True.
There's your cover.
True.
So that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah, 2.5 is a nice little sweet spot there.
It's a feel good spot.
It's better than because my 6.5 had me nervous
Nervous
by
as
my
hell, yeah.
fingers last week.
2.5.
If you lose by listening to touchdown, please.
Please, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm hammering that. Like I said, I'm riding that slope. The slope was uphill last week. This week we're riding all the way down to the bottom of the mountain. We're hammering the hell out of this.
Last week's slope was if you put my big ass on skis and just shoved me off.
Shove you down the mountain. This week we're going down nice and smooth.
You'll figure it out.